Hey everybody, and happy Friday. It is time for my Friday read selection, and today we are talking about Finding Gobi by Dion Leonard. If you have not heard the story about Gobi, the cute little dog that got lost in the Gobi desert, then you need to read this book. Okay, we are going to jump right in with the description, bringing home the incredible true story of a friendship so strong that it crosses the globe. Welcome to the Gobi Desert in China, where the temperatures reach 120 degrees and one wrong move can spell death. Through this harsh environment, ultra-marathon runners compete in a grueling 155-mile race. No thank you. Dion Leonard trained hard for this competition, and he intended to win. On the second day of the race, a little stray dog began to run alongside Dion, nipping at his heels, as if to say, "Hurry up, hurry up." Up mountains and across raging rivers, the scrappy pup ran mile after mile with Dion. He named her Gobi. They crossed the finish line together, not first, but together, and Dion decided to bring Gobi home to Scotland. But before he could get her home, Gobi disappeared in a city of more than 3 million people. The search seemed hopeless, but this tale of friendship would outlast miles and mysteries, and most of all, change both of their lives forever. Okay, so this is a true story. And it was written by Dion Leonard, the man that found and named Gobi while he was doing his 155-mile race. I cannot even imagine what that must be like. I could not run 155 miles. The longest I've run recently is a 5K, and that was a few years ago. I love running. I love the feel of it, but come on, after a couple of miles, I'm spent. All right, so that is the description on the back of this book, and there's a cute little picture there of Gobi just chilling with her green leash. Okay, so I read this one. It is a youth read selection, so if you have younger children, this would be a great selection for them. I read this with my son as part of our mother-son book club. He picked it out, and he loves books about dogs, so this was a perfect selection for him. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. Apparently, when it all happened, it went global. News stations were picking it up all around the world. Dion had a GoFundMe account or a crowd fundraising account online and raised thousands of dollars to bring this little dog home, as well as thousands of dollars for him to go back to China to do the process of getting the dog home, and to find the dog because Gobi went missing. So it was global. I'm surprised I didn't hear anything about it at the time, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I got to read this book with fresh eyes, with absolutely no idea of what was going to happen or what did happen in real life. The writing, again, I read the youth read selection. I'm super excited because this book is in 2 formats. One is a youth read selection, this one. And then the other one is, I guess, an adult reader. I haven't read that one, but I probably will pick it up and read it because I'd love to even know more details about what happened. I loved the book. My son loved the book. Again, I had never heard about the story, so it was pretty interesting to learn something new about this true story, and I love true stories. I love the fact that he wrote the story for adults and he wrote the story for kids, because children love stories about animals, and being a true story, it really shows that there are some really great, amazing people in this world. Not only Dion for caring so much about this dog, but his wife who supported him 100% through this journey, his friends who supported him 100% through this journey, and then all the people across the world, around the world, that donated funds for this little dog. It's pretty amazing. I highly recommend the book. The Young Readers Edition is perfect for readers of all ages, from children to those of us young at heart. And the selections where he writes in Gobi's perspective are endearing and sweet and just so adorable. And as a dog lover myself, it is really fun to read from the perspective of the dog what she must have been going through at the time. Obviously, he can't know that for sure, what she was thinking, but it is fun to kind of imagine that that may be what was going through her mind. You can't go wrong with a true story of a man and his dog, much less one that carries the reader around the world on an epic adventure, which is what this one did. This is an epic adventure of friendship, heartache, and eventually a joyous reunion. I hope I didn't give away too much right there, but it's a true story. You can look it up online. You'll know how it ends anyway. All right, the characters aren't really characters because Dion and Gobi are real life man and dog. So they're not made up fictional characters. So I can't really judge the character development because everything that happens in the book happened in reality. The appearance is adorable. That is Gobi there on the cover, which I think is so cute. It's a map behind them to show her journey, I think. And I think that it fits the journey of the book. I think that the cover fits the feel of the book so well. All right, I do have a favorite quote on this one. It is, they say it takes a village to raise a child. I think it takes almost half a planet to rescue a dog. I think that quote is absolutely adorable and true because people around the globe, people around the world were donating because they cared enough to find out what was going to happen to little Gobi. Apparently, the story went viral while he was running the race. He didn't even know it, but on blog posts of other runners, the story of Gobi and Dion went viral. And then when he decided, I'm going to take her home, and found out how much red tape there is to get a dog from China all the way back home, it just went berserk. People went nuts over it. People wanted to see this little dog rescued, and then he went lost, and then he was found. It was heart-wrenching. I'm not gonna lie, I cried once, maybe twice. And my son thoroughly enjoyed it and was invested and kept asking questions. So we've actually looked up Gobi to find out some updates on her life, and there is a little bit out there, so definitely a good read, definitely recommended. If you don't like youth reads, that's okay. Pick up the adult version. I will probably be reading that, even though I already know the story. I will probably pick up at some point the other version so I can see if there is more detail in there. All right, that is Finding Gobi by Dion Leonard. I highly recommend this one. It is a super quick read. I read it with my son. We read it in like 3 days, which this book normally would have taken me maybe a day because it's not that long, but reading it with him, attention span. All right, there you go. Finding Gobi, the story, the true story of one little dog's big adventure, big journey. Big journey. There you go. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, if you have read this book or the adult version, comment below and let me know what you thought. If you knew about Dion Leonard and Gobi prior to this book coming out, comment and let me know that as well. Did you donate to the cause so that you could help bring Gobi home? I would love to know that as well. Okay, everybody, have a great Friday. Don't forget, if you want to be alerted every time I post a new video, click on that little bell below. You can also click subscribe right up here. Don't forget to check out my latest videos, and until next time, happy reading.